Heather's a dancer. I met her first in 2020, and she had been having hip pain that had been going on for a long time.
My freshman year of high school, I started experiencing some hip pain while running during volleyball season, and I decided it was time to seek some help.
The hip is a really complicated joint, and so you can get pain in lots of parts of the hip.
I can remember talking to my mom and being like, this pain is never going to go away.
When I saw her the first time, she could barely take 2 steps. She used to limp so much.
And even it was getting to the point where it was hard for her to sit in class for long periods of time.
It felt as if my world had just paused and everybody else was just like continuing on in life, but my world had kind of came to a halt.
Once we recognized this was likely coming from inside the hip, we did an ultrasound-guided injection. We put numbing medicine right into the hip joint. She stood up after the injection and burst into tears. I thought I had hurt her because she was so teary. I was like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And she just said, I haven't been pain-free in years.
I was diagnosed with acetabular retroversion hip dysplasia. As Dr. Dutt explained it to me, my hip sockets were backwards rather than forwards.
It's a condition which is not as commonly known. In very simple terms, think of your socket which needs to face about 15-20 degrees in the front was facing about 20 degrees backward. It's a very invasive surgery, turning the hip socket so that it faces in the right direction.
This surgery was able to allow her to go from being in severe pain to dancing again at a pretty high level. We're really excited for her.
So after I had surgery, I was laying in the hospital bed, quite unable to do anything for myself really, and Dr. Dutt kind of saw that I was just kind of down, I just had a major surgery and my life was gonna look a little different for the next couple months, and to cheer me up, he just whipped out this spin and he did great and put a big smile on my face and made my day, and yeah, it was great.
And then I promised her that once she's completely healed, she's doing great, we'll do it again.
Now that I'm pain-free, I'm able to progress in dancing again and getting back in shape.
We saw her a few days back. She's absolutely pain-free. She's walking, running. She's back to dancing, and the best news that I've ever heard from her is she's, going to college with a dance scholarship. I mean, that's really amazing.